Well, we're back for another edition of Carl's Corner and welcoming back for the third time
Yeah,
on
number
Carl's
three.
Corner. I want to thank you so much, Frankie, for
Yeah,
coming back. Shows me I'm doing something okay that for
yeah,
you to come back for the third time. But thanks for
yeah,
coming back. I know we're doing a monthly right now.
yeah.
And for people who are just tuning in for the first time, we have your website out here.
Hmm.
Frankie, just do a little bit of your background
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
and we could go into your
yeah.
recent successes and your upcoming schedule.
Yeah, I got you. Well, first off, thank you for having me back, Carl. I love being here. It's super fun to just be able to come on and talk and just talk about me. And the best thing I ever heard was if you let people love when you let them talk about themselves. So I love it. So, but yeah. So I'm Frankie Rae. I'm a country music singer songwriter based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Originally from Blackwood, New Jersey. Kind of spent my whole life around music in different forms. Did a lot of musical theater as a kid, and that kind of taught me the performing aspect. And now I'm currently at college, Belmont University, in downtown Nashville. Uh, about just about done my second year of college, so we're getting pretty close. But yeah, I'm here now and been having a lot of great opportunities come up, a lot of great things happening for me, and having the honor to be able to be on the Carl's Corner podcast for the third time, to be able to just kind of talk about that. It's super fun and happy to be here, and I'm happy that you guys are here with us right now. So
Well, thank you for
yeah, of
being here also.
course,
So
buddy.
we actually have the tab of your website,
Yep,
and it's an amazing picture that I think we showed the black and white picture last time that
yeah,
your uncle took,
yep,
and they're all in Jersey, correct?
yep. That's the beautiful uh, landscape of New Jersey in the middle of winter, right there. It's about December time, December and
Yes, and
January.
if people are looking to do find out more about you, they could just go to this
Yeah.
website for you.
Yep. So FrankieRayMusic.com is has been up and running for about a month now, and it has been collecting a lot of love, and we're super happy about that. It's very easy to navigate. I didn't want anything too difficult to navigate, so we've got the home button, we've got the about button, and that's just a fun little thing about me. You go ahead and read it. It really just gets into the depths about who I am and what I do. The homepage has a couple different links that you guys can click on as well, including past Carl's Corner podcasts. So make sure you guys go check that out. This one will be up there with it as well once we are done. But yeah, fun little thing to read in the about section there. Try to update as much as I can. The next one, I forget. Go ahead and scroll up there. Let's see what we got next. There we go. Next one's going to be the social media clicker. It's very simple. It takes you straight to all my social medias. Right now, I think it's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Those are some of my most active, especially the first ones being Instagram and Facebook. I'm very active on those. Best way to keep up with what Frankie Rae is doing, and also hear about when I'll be on the podcast and such. Got some up to date stuff, and always pinned at the top of my Instagram page and Facebook page will be upcoming show calendar. So it's the best way to find out where I'll be. I'll be posting the New Jersey Residency calendar next to that one coming up pretty soon. But right now, that's the soon to be updated Nashville calendar for the next about 2 weeks or so.
So
But yeah,
since the last time we talked, now that one is the what was that? The Friends in Low Places.
that was
Give
right
us a
before
little bit
Friends in Low
of
Places. Yep.
yeah. Tell us how that went.
So Friends in Low Places Bar, they are some of the nicest people in the world that I've met so far in the industry. Um, they really just they treated us well. They were super supportive, really easy to work with. The Wednesday before the show was when we met Carl, and for the second podcast that I was on, and the nerves were kicking in. It was a place that I definitely wanted to impress. Um, so me and the guys, we got there. We got there super early, a lot earlier than we needed to be. We sat around. We watched one of the guys that went up before us. He was incredible. And we set up and did our sound check. And first couple songs were a little rocky because we were getting used to the stage, getting used to the environment. Broadway's got its own environment, I would say. We're just getting used to things, but we did it. And 4 hours went by like that, and we just left with smiles on our faces, and not too long after that, they reached out to us and they want us to come back, try to get a steady rotation going. And we couldn't be more happier, and very thankful to have that opportunity. They recently called us. We won't necessarily be able to go back until after the residency, the New Jersey residency ends off. But we were able to, we just got a call that they had a cancellation on April 29th, Monday, April 29th. So we'll be up there 7 to 10 p.m. It's a Monday night. And it is going to be just as fun. It's going to be new songs. We're going to whip out some new songs up there. Some of my personal songs we've been working on. But that calendar is soon to be updated. So you'll see the updated version tonight.
So it looks like you're going to be there in 2 nights, though, correct? That's going to be a full night. Yeah.
So we go to the Why Not Saloon Friday the 19th, which is 2 nights from now at the Why Not. We love performing there. We love having a good time. This one's going to be a full band performance. So be on the lookout for that. That's 8 to 12. That's 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Free admission. And tons of fun. Chef Ben will be cooking it up in the kitchen as always. Incredible chef. The bar will be open. And they're great people over there at the Why Not. We'll be there Friday night. And then the 26th, April the 26th, is another acoustic set at the Why Not. That's 4 to 6 p.m. And then that following Monday, will be Friends in Low Places. Also, this Saturday, the 20th, April 20th, I have a writer's round at the Curb Cafe here at Belmont University. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. That's 6 to 7 p.m. So if you're free, it's free admission. It's at a Chick-fil-A. The stage is built into this Chick-fil-A. It's a lot of fun. So come get some food and listen to good.
Did you say this is in a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, they have the Curb Cafe like stage in the dining hall of a Chick-fil-A.
Well, obviously,
what could be better?
That's not like, wait a second. When I hear Chick-fil-A,
yeah,
that's interesting.
It's funny, dude. The funny thing is, like, there's stages in Nashville everywhere. There's a Taco Bell down on Broadway. They play classical music. They have a stage with a piano and a cellist and violinist. They do other stuff, but there's stages anywhere you go in Nashville. There'd be one in the gas station if there could be. Somebody's setting up. There's music everywhere. That's something you don't get in Jersey. I don't know if you get it in California. I don't know what it's like over there, but there's stages everywhere.
California has changed a lot. Obviously, 60s and 70s, walked down, Sunset with all the bars where all the big, rock bands came out of, originally the Doors and AC/DC, Van Halen, and they all came out of that area. And even the girl bands, the Go-Go's, the Bangles, and things like that. And it's changed. It's just, a lot of cover people. I don't think the music is changed. If you're anywhere for ground zero for music now, it's Nashville. Yeah. Because we all know the greatest, the highest performance person on the planet right now. Her parents were smart 20 years ago. They took her to Nashville. We all know about Taylor Swift. So
that's what they did.
If anywhere, you're in a great place.
Yeah, Nashville's an awesome place. I think the only thing I talk down on Nashville for is its food. The food sucks out here. But I'm from the East Coast.
You can say that about anywhere besides Jersey and Philly, right?
Yeah. And I saw you posted something on your Facebook, I want to say, of the pizza. You got the best pizza in California.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
It took me a while. I was already here almost 2 years. And then one day about 4 years ago, I was dying for an old-fashioned chicken parm.
There you go.
But I heard New York style, and I went, and it was phenomenal. And the guy was from the Bronx, Buongiorno's. And technically, we talked about things. He fries the chicken cutlets right there, and he gets his bread from Philly. So, so he gets the dough, and it was, so it was amazing. So I went there yesterday after I had something to do with my photography. I want to move, I want to go, and I'm glad But you got to find it. There's places, but they're not like every corner in Jersey. You know you're going to get good pizza.
So
but
speaking of that, my audio engineer Neil Mehta, he's originally from Illinois. He's the guy who's been working on my project with me, and he comes up to me and he goes, "There's this place I want you to try. It's got some of the best pizza." Now he's from around Chicago, so he either knows pizza or he doesn't. It's kind of hit or miss with Chicago. But I said, "Yeah, it was a deep dish." I'm making fun of him and all that, and he goes, "No, this is like it's that thin crust." And when you say thin crust to somebody from Jersey or Philadelphia, I immediately think, oh, it's that thin, real thin, bullcrap. Because to us, regular pizza is what you have.
Cracker stuff that the Domino's sells.
Yeah, it's that one. It's the checkerboard one.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want no thin crust pizza. I want real pizza. I want a regular pie. He goes, no, this is the stuff. So he takes me to this place called Pizza Perfect. Now, judging by the name, I didn't even want to be in that place. But when I tell you, it was a Nashville 8.2 right there. It was real good. In Jersey, it'd be like 7.8. But it was a Nashville 8.2 on the rating scale out of 10. It was decent. It was cooked right. It was crispy. It didn't flop. Cheese was melted. Man, it was good. It was beautiful. And it's so hard to find stuff like that around here, though. It really is. I'm a margarita fan, margarita pizza. Oh, they did it right. But yeah, it's hard to find.
I'm trying to pull up my Facebook page with that that picture of it. So
you're good. And we did the same thing today. We went to a bagel shop, and my buddy, who's also from Chicago, he goes, they got the best New York style bagels you'll ever find in the South. And I'm like, yeah, okay. We went to K&S Bagels. I'll give it to them. I watched them make them right there in front of me, so I got to give it to them. It was a good bagel. But the pizza, man, I love margarita pizza. I love plain pizza. You just gotta make it right. You know what I mean? There's no right or there's no. It's just you can't go wrong with pizza, man. you gotta do it right. There's the post.
Finally found it.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a friend of mine that could actually smell the grease coming off the pizza.
Yeah. It looks delicious.
See, Frankie, that's a good pizza. Great. We could be talking about your music, but then all of a sudden we talk about food.
Oh,
right?
Dude, I have no problem talking about anything you want to talk about. The funny thing I saw, and the thing I knew, this is how I knew this was a good pizza place. Those 3 shakers right there: cracked pepper, Parmesan, and oregano. If you don't got those on the table, it's not a real pizza place. No matter how fancy.
I have to get a quick story about maybe 2 years ago. I was at some place on a Sunday afternoon, and this place was too far away. If I can get some local, I see another thing online say New York. But as soon as I walk in the place, I see the conveyor belt oven.
Oh yeah,
that's first red flag. And so I go in there, and it's like 4:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. And I said, well, they said they sell slices. I said, all right, I want 2 slices. And the girl looks at me. We stopped selling slices at 3:00. I go, why? Oh, because, some stupid lame expert. I say, okay. And how, us in Jersey and Philly, we were considered having an attitude. So I had the menu in my hand. I gave it back to her, and I said, all right, thanks anyway. I'm leaving. She goes, you're leaving? Because most California would say, okay, get me this or get me that. I said, no. Do you? And I said kind of loud. Everybody's looking at me. Do you have what I want? No. I'm leaving. And they were shocked that I left. So, it's the difference. Why would you stop selling slices?
Yeah, man.
So anyway.
Places just do that stuff, dude. Like after like the COVID and everything, like the pandemic, people, like all these places stopped staying open, past in their normal hours. So like, it was funny. I went home for something and I went, oh yeah, this place is open 24 hours. Right. And they were like, no, they close at 8. Close at 8. I ain't eating at no 8 o'clock. I'm a 10 o'clock or later kind of guy. Like, I'm a late night. I'm a night owl.
The biggest thing, it's a shame that the diners, I grew up with the diners, that nobody's 24 hours anymore.
Yep. They're all closed at 10.
I do
The
miss
Meadows
Wawa.
Diner? Well, Wawa's
I
the
do
only place
miss,
open 24 hours.
correct. But at
Only
least, you
place
know, you
still
can
open.
still go up to the close to where you're from, the Philly Diner. They're still
Yeah.
open till about 11. They still have the bar, but
Well, the
yeah, I
Meadows,
would,
yeah,
no,
the Meadows Diner.
but
Meadows
all
Diner's
right,
my favorite.
let's get off of food and back to your
Let's
career.
do it. Let's do it. We got to get back into it. We got to
So,
focus, Carl.
well, you know, we got to do one just on our, but you know what we could do? You know, if I do come back in the summertime, we could do one just with food, showing all your
I'm all
friends,
about
you
it.
know,
We
wherever
will
we're,
do it.
and actually, your uncle, I don't know where he got that roast
Yeah.
pork for that New Year's Eve. I know it was plate, but because really, I'm dying for real roast pork sandwich out
He might
here.
have made it, dude. To be honest with you, man, he can make anything. That guy is an incredible chef.
Oh,
Incredible chef.
he's great, incredible guy too. So,
Yeah.
all right, where
Yes.
else you want to go? Let's go back here.
But yeah, so let's talk about the studio stuff. I think we covered all the shows that are coming up, and we talked about Friends of Low Places. Let's talk about what's going on in the studio. If that's you got that picture, I think it's on the Instagram. I'll let you pull that up,
No,
and then
let me
I'll
try this one. All right, talk about it until I give me a
Yeah.
second behind
Yeah, I
the
got you.
scenes to get it
All right.
set up.
Yeah, I got you. So Frankie Rae and his big band, which I'll explain that more in a minute. I had the incredible opportunity to I found some engineers and record my own music. So this is probably the first time the public's going to hear about it, and I wanted to save it for this moment. So Frankie Rae is releasing music. It's going to happen during the summer. We have estimated times right now, estimated around July and then September. The first in July, August time will be a single called Hello Catherine, which is a song that I've performed live at different shows a few times. We're super excited about releasing Hello Catherine. It's a song that has no meaning. It doesn't necessarily have a story. It just it's one of those storytelling songs that I think that I've gotten a lot of great feedback for, and I'm super excited, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. I had some of the most incredible musicians in the studio with me that day. We had Drew Halpin on the drums. From him, we had Garrett Olson, who's my bassist. Had him up there.
Are these pictures from the studio now that I got?
Yep. So these are the pictures from the studio.
There you go.
In these pictures, you'll see. Yeah, this is perfect. We had Billy Bellino and Colin O'Connor on the guitar and piano. Billy did a little bit of piano. We had Neil Mehta sitting on the piano there in the left picture there. I had Harrison Eason on the steel guitar. He's playing a 1977, I believe, 1977 push pull steel. The thing is beautiful and it sounds incredible. And then we have Tessa Dalton on fiddle, and just an incredible powerhouse of musicians sitting in that room. You'll see the top left picture is a picture of me sitting with my talkback microphone and my notebook. And I basically sat in the middle of the room as they played around me. And I just kind of told them what I wanted and the things that I wanted to hear. And just to have the opportunity to sit there and listen to all these instruments being played and being mastered around me. There's nothing else like it. You know, when you have a moment where people are there to listen to you and listen to the things that are in your mind and put it out into the instrument that they master and perfect. It's such an honor. And
is there any video being shot during these sessions?
So as of right now, we have not released any video or anything. But when the songs come out, we're hoping to have some cool shots released as promos. And then
they were shot in the studio or outside of the studio?
Yeah, these were pictures taken in the studio. So these are all in the studio right here. Cool. Videos will probably be outside studio stuff, or we may book the studio to kind of recreate some stuff. But we didn't have the video camera up, at our disposal the day of. But we did have our phones, and people were taking pictures. So as time comes, there will be a lot more pictures, but this is just kind of the sneak peek of it. Like I said, Hello Catherine, the single, that'll be out sometime in July. And then the EP with 4 other songs on top of having, it's a 5-song EP. One of them will be Hello Catherine again, and 4 other new songs that I'm gonna hold the name of until we get closer to having to market that.
So how will they be
we're looking at
released?
5 songs.
How will they be released now in this new era? Now there's no record, there's no CD, or how are you going to release them?
So I'm planning to I'm going to release probably through DistroKid. DistroKid allows us artists to kind of release our music to all platforms. You basically buy a package, and in that package, it has X amount of platforms that it releases to. I'll be releasing, you'll be able to find it on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you listen or stream music, it'll be there. Along with that, I have a CD burner. So I'm going to burn CDs and sell them at my shows. It's the cheapest way to do CDs. I'm going to print out, CD art for it and put them in the cases. But hopefully, those will come out good, and I'll be able to sell those at shows so people can enjoy them. On top of that, I'm looking in the process of possibly getting some vinyl cut too. That's a little bit more pricey, but it's for me, I think it would be really cool to have a couple vinyl sitting around. So looking at the possibility of cutting a few of them. There'll be a limited time sale, maybe do a giveaway with one or something. But yeah, you'll be able to, we'll have music everywhere. There'll be multiple different opportunities to buy it.
Give me the dates again. You said July, June or July?
So for the single Hello Catherine, we're looking around July. Right now, the estimated date is July 1st. That could change. And that's not the complete, final released set date. But that's just the estimated time to be on the lookout for a single by Frankie Rae. And then the EP itself, with all 5 songs together, that'll hopefully be sometime in September. But we're trucking along to get it done, and it's coming out really good.
Well, they have a thing called CD, release parties and events. Yeah. So I might possibly be coming back in July if the schedule permits and everything goes to that way. It'd be great to be a part of that and actually do. Yeah. And major Carl's you're doing for a release date.
Yep. For the EP, we're going to plan. I'm looking into a couple theaters right now in Nashville. So in September, hopefully do a big release party in Nashville and do something fun for that. So it'll be a fun show that just let all the people that want to that's show so much love and support, give them a chance to come out, have a good time. Very interactive performance where at the end of the show, I'm going to walk around and thank everybody for coming out. Everybody will get a chance to meet me in the band. And that show will hopefully be Frankie Rae's big band, which as of right now, we have Frankie Rae and his band, which is me singing and acoustic guitar. We have one to 2 guitarists, depending on the venue. And then we have a drummer and a bassist. In Frankie Rae's big band, it's all of that stuff I just named, along with the steel player playing live, the fiddle player playing live, and the pianist coming out playing live too. So we have a wide variety of different types of shows that people will be able to see. So if you ever see a show that is marketed as Frankie Rae and his big band, that's definitely the one you should go see, because that's a big show with a lot of sound. That means it's going to be a nice venue or something like that, an incredible venue at that. And then if you see Frankie Rae and his band, don't be afraid to come out and see that too, because that show's just as energetic. It might just not have that extra sound, but it's still just as incredible. And then Frankie Rae acoustic. I mean, during the New Jersey residency, almost all the shows are acoustic shows. But honestly, most of the time, that's how I love it. I love just having the New Jersey, Frankie Rae, me and my guitar. You know what I mean? I love just performing because there's something intimate about an acoustic set. One-on-one in a bar, it's loud. People are just listening to you in the background. you got some people interacting in different ways, and there's just something about having that guitar and being able to just present that performance with just me on my own persona. It's a beautiful thing. But like I said, the full band shows, that's just, that just adds 3 to 4 people behind me that do just as good as a performance as you can get. And so come out to the shows, come experience Frankie Rae and his band. I promise we will not let you down. It's no matter what kind of performance you are seeing, you will not be let down. That is our goal. Our goal is to make people happy. And yeah, that's what we're here for. So,
well, on that note, now I know you've only been performing not that long of a time, but what kind of following have you already received there in Nashville? Yeah. What kind of feedback have you gotten from the locals from you?
So,
mention a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I'll start with New Jersey. The big reason why we're doing this New Jersey residency is because I have such an incredible fan base of family, friends, people who have just picked me up over time, seen me in past shows and such, and friends of friends who think, have just been begging to go and see Frankie Rae. This New Jersey residency is a big chance for an opportunity for me to keep up with that fan base, to make sure everybody there knows I'm not forgetting about you guys. Just because I've left my home state and I'm running away from it doesn't mean I don't love it. I call myself, and I've had people here in Nashville call me the Jersey Cowboy. That stuck with me so long, and probably will stick with me for the rest of my life. I think it's so funny, but
I think it's a badge of honor, to be honest with you.
I think it is, because it's an honor for me, because to be able to, people not just recognize me as a cowboy, but to recognize me as the Jersey Cowboy. They know where I'm from, and the fact that people outside of New Jersey are talking about New Jersey, and they can see that there's some good that comes out of that state. Hopefully they see it in a good way. But to be able to see that, that kind of that talk about New Jersey, and people are like, "Huh, Jersey's got a country scene? Hell yeah, it does." And I'm a big part of it, and I'm a big advocate for it, So, talking about like the Jersey blues and all that stuff, man, I try to put that in my music, and it is coming out in the 5-song EP.
Well, my question is, now that obviously from Jersey has, Bon Jovi, Springsteen, and all the Philly influence with the soul and the Philly sound, what got you into the country?
I think there was a time where I was singing a lot of the Jersey blues and was realizing—
Describe Jersey blues.
The Jersey blues.
I never heard Jersey blues. I've never heard that term.
It's kind of something that I didn't necessarily come up with, but I heard in a conversation with a few different musicians from New Jersey. And there isn't many songwriters in New Jersey, but there's people that write about New Jersey. And Springsteen, I mean, he says it best. It's the whole idea of, he said in a performance once, he goes, "All my songs are about getting away, running away. I'm leaving this crap hole of a state, and I'm not turning back. Thunder Road, all that stuff. Born to Run." And then he pauses for a second. He goes, "I currently live 10 minutes from my hometown." And he honestly, he understands that New Jersey, he speaks it perfectly by saying that New Jersey is a suicide trap. It keeps you, it traps you, it keeps you stuck. You know what I mean? And there's something about it. It's a New Jersey charm, right? And so that kind of songwriting, incorporating the hustle and bustle of New Jersey into music, it comes out in this sound that I like to call the Jersey blues. There's, whether we like it or not, New Jersey is a beautiful state. It is, it has been a great place that raised me. There's an attitude about it that changes a person. And it's really only something you get if you live there for 10 or plus years. You pick it up as your life goes on. So I think that's what the Jersey blues really is, man. So when I talk about Jersey in my songs, when there's a place that I'm talking about in my music, I picture New Jersey. and it helps the song come out in a Jersey blues sound that, I think is kind of going to stick with me for the rest of my life. That you don't hear a lot of music. If you do, it's rock and roll, or it's it's this or that. Why not give a chance in the country realm and the folk realm? So I'm bringing the Jersey blues to the country scene. I think it'll definitely. I think from what I've heard so far, I think it's expressing very well. People are understanding it. I've had some people tell me it's the stupidest idea that I ever had, and I've had other people tell me this is really cool, and this is something that you don't hear. And I think I'm okay with taking a risk. You know what I mean? I'm okay with taking a risk of I'm going to try to bring in a new sound while also giving people the stuff that they love. And so I'm the big thing about the EP is each song has a different sound in it. Each song one of them is a honky tonk dancing song, swing country. Another one's more tropical, and I have one that's a Spanish Western in there. I'm excited to see what songs people like the most, and judging by the top 3 songs out of the 5 is the type of music I'll continue to work on, with little inspiration from the other ones that maybe didn't get as much love. So this EP is a big experiment for me personally, but I definitely think it's definitely going to help me look into the future in a very open-minded way. But all of them include that Jersey blues sound, in which I tried to bring out in my music as much as I could. And I'm excited for you guys to really hear it and see how you like it.
Well, it's amazing that we all know about the phenomenon about 10, 15 years ago, Jersey Boys, when it all came out of music from Newark with the Four Seasons. And actually, even though we all love him as a phenomenal actor, Joe Pesci, but he actually started in the music business, and he was one of their roadies. Four Seasons, right? But now, after all these years, you're bringing this, identity to Jersey, which for me, look, I'm a transplanted New Jerseyan too, and people every once in a while pick up my attitude or, different kind of way of speaking. But yes, I use the term grit. We're gritty, just like the people in Philly. Because my family's originally from Philly. It's just, and really, I have family and there's friends that are still in South Philly and don't leave, and they have the finances to move and go to another place, but they want it, and it's the same thing in Jersey. So, but yeah, that's commendable. I think I think you should trademark it. I don't know if it's trademarked yet, but I think
Jersey Blues.
That could be your brand. Because Jersey Boys was, but Jersey Blues. Hey, if you can, why not? Because that's your brand. Everything is branding. I think in marketing and branding. So, I think you really got something there, and just can't wait to finally listen to the to the songs.
I'm excited for everybody to be able to hear them. You're going to hear sounds that maybe you heard before. You're going to hear sounds that maybe you haven't heard before, and that's the catch. You know what I mean? These songs have some of the greatest musicians I've met to date, in my to this time, and it just the way they presented them, the way they came up with the things that they did, and the way we got the song out of my head and put it on a record. I hope that translates to you guys in the best way possible. And, I can't wait to release them and see how people react. That's like I'm not nervous about releasing them at all. I think I'm anxious. I'm anxious to just see how they read for people. And hopefully see where it takes me.
Well, obviously, you've already crossed your T's and dotted the I's for the songwriting and actually the royalties for these. Because if they're original compositions, you have to have them going through the proper channels once you release them, so nobody could take them from you.
Yes.
So I'm sure you've done all that. A lot of
we are taking the proper precautions.
yes, don't understand the legalese. Oh, I got this song. I'm going to put it out there, but they didn't, copyright it, songwriting and all that, the publishing. So I'm glad you have all that taken care of. Going back to a question I asked you a little bit earlier, and I know you didn't. You talked about some other things, but you've been in Nashville a year now, right?
Right.
What
2 years.
been,
Just about 2 years.
All right, been performing. What is the reaction you're getting from the Nashville people? Because obviously you have people from all over the world going there trying to find fame and everything. But what's the reaction to your band, your acoustic as of right now? Even though you're starting, but what the initial reaction?
I've got a couple little stories here for you of incredible moments I've had with fans. A lot of people right now are, if they don't go to the school and they don't know who I am personally, they're finding me and they're waiting to see what I come out with. A lot of people are asking, do you have music released? And I tell them very soon, and they follow me on Instagram and they've been holding. I've had a couple people come out to the shows from the school. But the biggest thing for fan base wise, I had this awesome interaction with the Why Not community in the area of Bellevue. There's a lot of local Nashvillians that live out there, and they've been there all their lives, and there wasn't really a music scene out there for they had to go downtown to go get live music, and a lot of people really wanted it. So the Why Not Saloon, Barry, the gentleman who owns Why Not Saloon, he wanted to bring some music to the west side of town. So he brought it to them, and those people that come out on those Friday nights to go see live music at the Why Not Saloon, they got to see us for the first time on the 9th and 10th of February when we first performed there. And those are people that have come to every single acoustic show. They have told me already they're coming out to the one on the 19th. So to have that opportunity for them, just to have them involved, has been really nice. Definitely an older scene of people, but they love what we do, whether it's new stuff or old stuff. I had an older gentleman. His name is Bill, I believe. Bill or Ben? It's Bill, and he comes to all my acoustic shows. And he's an old war vet, and his father was a NYPD officer. And so he just he talks. He was born in Nashville, but his father worked in NYPD. And it was just he comes out to all the shows, and he's an older gentleman, and he just the guy spends his Friday nights at the bar. That's just what he does. And it's people like him who come up to you and they shake your hand and they tell you things about your performance that make you feel really good about yourself. I know Bill probably doesn't have social media. He probably doesn't know how to use it. But it's people like that. He pulls his stops to figure out when I'll be there. And he's always at every show at the Why Not. So we have a very young fan base going all the way up to a very old fan base. And I'm trying my best to keep up with them all, and it's been pretty good. Friends in Low Places, when we did their show, for about half of the performance, the first 2 hours, we had a group all from North Dakota. And one lady was from Canada in that group. So they were just, the amount of interaction that they had with us, it was about a group of 15 people. They took this big friend trip to Nashville. The amount of interaction that they gave back was incredible. And each and every single one of those people followed me on my social medias and has commented and reacted to stuff, as I've posted it. And to have that kind of reaction, now that I know that's just the start of reaching people in a different part of the country that I've never been to yet. I asked them before they left, I said, yell out three spots you all want to see me perform in North Dakota. I got the bars' names. I got the places' names, the venues. I've written them down. They're on the list for a future tour. You know what I mean? If that's where they want to see me, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to keep up with my fan base wherever it may be. We also had a group of people from Indiana, I think. It was Indiana. Indiana or Illinois. It was Indiana. And it was like three people. And they were super, super nice. And they would come up and request songs, and we would do them. And there was a song that I didn't know, but I said I would try it anyway. I would try it. I said, you don't got a tip for this one. I don't think it's going to come out the way you want to hear it. And because usually down on Broadway, people tip if they request something, which is super appreciated. But he comes up and he starts to put a buck in there, and I said, look, I don't know this song very well, so it's not going to sound the way you want it to sound. I said, but I'm going to try it. I said, but you don't have to put a tip in because I don't want you to waste your money on something you ain't going to, you might not enjoy. And he said, he goes, all right, go ahead. You give it a try. I sing the song. It went okay. It went all right. I've never sung it before. He comes up, he drops $20 in there, and he goes, he's like, dude, you're an entertainer. He's like, you don't even have to do it right. He said that you didn't do it that way it was meant to be. He said you did it.
I have to ask, what was the song?
It was
what was the song?
It was a Zach Bryan tune. I think it's Something in the Orange. I think it was, yeah. And I'm not much of a Zach Bryan fan. It's a newer song, I mean, that guy was throwing a lot of different stuff out at me throughout that show, and I was able to, pull it out. But that Zach Bryan tune, I knew I had to learn it, and I just never did. And because he's really popular right now, and I did the song. He comes up and he goes, "You didn't do it that way. You did it the Frankie Rae way," and he said, "That's all I could have asked for." That guy was. It's people like that are such a blessing to the job.
Well, how new artists sometimes really break through the scene. They do a cover of a popular song.
Jason Aldean was "Turn the Page" by Bob Seger.
There you go.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah, man.
Well, go ahead. You're in a roll, buddy. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, you're good, man. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I've had so many great opportunities to meet some awesome people from around the country and around the world. I mean, meeting that girl from Canada, she was super cool. And she loved country music. So she was all about it. She was dancing, having a good time with her friends. And, there was somebody in the house that they didn't know, a couple from South Dakota. And they just were picking on them the whole time. So then I being in the middle of it was like, all right, we're going to do a poll. Which one's better, North Dakota or South Dakota? And even the people from South Dakota were saying North Dakota was best. So then I was like, where do I got to go? I said, which place is better to perform at? Is it North Dakota or South Dakota? And they were all like, North Dakota. I mean, I've never seen so much love for a state, and seeing that made me think back to my love for my state. You know what I mean? That whole idea of the Jersey Cowboy. I only keep up with that because it proves that my love for my state, even though I talk trash on Jersey for its taxes and all this and that, at the end of the day, man, Jersey's my home. Jersey's my place that I want to be 24/7. But I know the best way to express that love for my home is to go to other people's homes and express my love to them and let them express their love to me of their place.
Well, it's a great way to say it, to their home. That's why, radio commentators and TV commentators back in the day always say, well, thank you for letting me come into your home. I think that's what Johnny Carson actually did on his farewell when his last show. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home every night for the last 30 years. And here you are, a new performer, going to do that. But actually, when you start doing your national tour, I have a couple places in mind out here in California that would not even half a mile from here called Puppies, and another place 20 miles away called the Stampede, which is all country. And they have the line dancing and all that. So
my guitarist is from Modesto. So that's north. That might be north, but
it's near
it's a place.
San Francisco, but still.
Yeah, it's a place to stay, right?
Of course.
Do a California tour.
Look, it's, you got to start somewhere. And
Yep.
for you, just when I saw you went to Nashville and what you want to do, I said, right, correct move. Because the only bad thing about Jersey in the entertainment business, it's not a hub.
Yep.
So you have to go somewhere else to get influenced.
I had to go to the hub. Yeah. I had to go to the headquarters.
Exactly. So, okay. So that's that. So just speak a little bit more of the Jersey residency, when it's going to start, where you're looking to go. If you have any possible locations, I know nothing's really set in stone yet, but go over that a little bit towards the conclusion for this time, and let everybody know what's up and coming.
Yep. All right. So New Jersey residency, we are kicking off pretty soon, a couple weeks now. I'll be releasing the dates and the times, the places, all that fun stuff really, really soon. So be on the lookout for that calendar. It'll be right next to the Nashville one, so you guys can keep up with both. In the New Jersey residency, as of right now, it's going to be a ton of me and my guitar performances, and that is totally okay. I promise you. I do not want you to be deterred by just hearing that it's an acoustic set. We are going to have just as much fun as we would with the full band. There is no right or wrong with an acoustic performance. So please come check it out. Come have a good time. A lot of these shows are free admission. I'm pretty sure all of them are free admission. So come check it out. Even if you're there for 5 minutes or you're there for all 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, come check it out. We're also still open and taking private event requests and stuff like that. So come check that out too. Feel free to reach out. I haven't turned down an event yet, so we've been pretty open-minded and very, very flexible with a lot of people's requests and schedules and stuff like that. So come check it out. We got tons of cool stuff.
Well, for people who are not originally know the whole map in New Jersey is a pretty big state geographically. So we're really talking about the southern end of New Jersey, about 10 miles outside of Philadelphia area.
Yep.
Camden, Burlington, maybe Gloucester County areas, which is close to Atlantic City.
We're open to go down south. We'll go down to the shore. We are in the talks with a couple different places down the shore. So come check out the shore. We'll be down there. Just keep up with the calendar. It will be updated frequently. So come check it out. It'll be a good time.
By this Jersey shore, we're looking at the southern part, Cape May, Sea Isle City, Stone Harbor, all the places, because Ocean City is dry, Summers Point, places like that. And you mentioned the one place that you do have on the calendar already, which is July 21st. And you said the Gold Nugget, and I thought it was a casino in Atlantic City. So now it's a bar in Berlin, correct?
Yep. Yeah, the Gold Nugget, I believe, is the one.
That's the only confirmed date right now, correct?
That's the only one that's on the calendar on the website. There's a ton of other confirmed dates. We just haven't released them yet, which will be soon. It'll be this week at some point. Once I lock in and release it, I'm going to double check that July 21st date is, in fact, the Golden Nugget. Yep. Yes. July 21st is the Golden Nugget, 1 to 4 p.m. And that's the one in Berlin. So be sure to come check it out.
Not the casino in Atlantic City.
But if anybody knows anybody from the casino, please reach out.
Eventually you get there. Well, Frankie, I appreciate you coming back on for number 3, and of course, fantastic success up until that. But I think you're finishing up school in the next couple of weeks, and then going in back to Jersey is going to be great. And if I ever have the opportunity to maybe go back for a little bit, maybe we could do a Carl's Corner live somewhere in Jersey. Buddy. That'd be kind of cool.
You can do it in Sam's Pizza in Wildwood.
Yes. Yeah.
Sounds good right there.
I'm going to have to go on a diet before I go back,
I know, right? Diet's my middle name. Come on.
But yeah, so it's now probably the one we'll do in May. You might be back and back in Jersey. And if if so, you could have, anybody there, maybe some, family we could go.
See if my uncle wants to do it.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. Yeah. And, if you could get a sponsor, go up to the Philly Diner, like go in the part and set up there. Like, hey, we're at the Philly Diner promoting Frankie, for Carl's Corner. So there's a lot of little promotional things could be done there too. But that's good to look forward to. Maybe we could plan for next month, maybe the middle of next month. So you're going back, what, the first week of May?
Yeah, just around the first week, and we're kicking off performances for private events, I think, like the second weekend. So I'm getting ready for all those right now.
Oh, cool. We'll be in touch and maybe setting something up.
Yes,
and
sir.
If you see anything like that, we could set up there. All they need is good internet, for a good Wi-Fi, so your laptop could work. So in closing, what else do you want to say before we wrap this up and you get into the end of the month?
Again, thank you for having me. Thank you guys for the love and support on these podcasts. I know a lot of my friends and family come in and check out the podcast, so thank you guys for coming in and doing that. And also thank you to all Carl's fans and such for showing support on my end and just having me back here. It's good to hear that you guys are enjoying listening to my big mouth talk for about an hour or so, and I'm looking forward to being back in May. So, yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, and the only thing I ask for, because I'm, everybody's saying, oh, and I have so many, subscribers on my YouTube page. I barely just hit 100. So anybody's up there, that would want to go there, and if you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you do it. There it is. Look at it down there.
Yeah, like and subscribe to that's pretty much my YouTube channel where a lot of this is going to be on there. So, hey, Frankie, I appreciate you coming back on again. And was there anything we missed? Is there anything we missed? Think a little bit. Maybe I forgot this or forgot that. Did we miss anything?
Well, we got Friends in Low Places April 29th. We got Why Not Saloon this Friday. We got the Writers Round at the Curb Caf on Saturday. And then, last acoustic set at the Why Not on the 26th. I think we got everything. And just be on the lookout for the release dates and the Jersey residency calendar. So yeah. So I think we got it. And we talked about
anything else comes up. That'll be a separate one all on its own. But see, when we do food, we're gonna be in Jersey with food around us.
We got it. What we'll do is we'll pick up stuff from a couple different places. Do some food reviews. There you go.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you coming back on. And next time we talk, and like I said, anything comes up in the meantime, you want to pop on real fast, we could do it. If you have some exciting announcements. I do appreciate you doing the TikTok and the Instagram about this. Yeah. And just say it's actually on Carl Condello's YouTube page, but under Carl's Corner, so they could check it and do that. And probably it's around it's 2:00 your time, 3:00 Eastern, maybe within the dinner hour, maybe 6, 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to post it everywhere. So
perfect.
Frankie, I appreciate number 3, and I can't wait to number 4 then to be back in Jersey. So anything, Eric, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, buddy.